What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're a returning subscriber as always, guys. Welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. All right, we're going to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania for this one. Namely, the neighborhood of Kensington. Shout out. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I lived in Kensington when I was in my halfway house. When I got out of the feds, that's where they sent me. So I lived over there for a while, and I dated a chick that lived in that area. So I'm familiar with the Kensington area. Now, the woman you see up here, her name is Rebecca Cocat, 36 years old, and she's this woman brutally beat. I'm gonna just get to it. She brutally beat her 67-year-old mother, who's not named in this story. And she was, I guess, beating this woman for a while. She beat this woman so badly that the woman had to be wheeled out of the house by EMS after she was rescued after a welfare check discovered her because she hasn't been working at a school as a teacher's aide for a week. For a week. Her own daughter. This old raggedy chick looking like Shemp off Three Stooges. Now, they say this woman has mental illness or something. But I think it's a history of abuse, if you ask me. Take a look at the story, and we'll come back and talk about this craziness.
A 36-year-old Kensington woman is facing charges for allegedly beating her mother so badly that she ended up in the hospital in critical condition. Authorities say Rebecca Cocat is charged with assault and reckless endangerment. Authorities found the 67-year-old victim with severe injuries in Cocat's home on Emerald Street yesterday. The victim works as a teacher's aide at Visitation BVM school, and school officials contacted authorities after they had not heard from her in almost a week. The investigation is ongoing.
It is Tuesday night, and the big story on Action News is the brutal attack on a teacher's aide. Police say the suspect is her daughter. This video shows her being laid out of a Kensington home in handcuffs. As for her mother, she remains in critical condition. Action News reporter Leland Pinder, live from police headquarters with the disturbing details. Leland.
Rick, tonight police are trying to figure out why this happened. It's also unclear how long the victim may have endured being assaulted, but co-workers said they hadn't seen her in almost a week. A 36-year-old woman is in jail after police say she beat her mother so badly she ended up hospitalized in critical condition. This is video of Rebecca Cocat being arrested outside her home in Kensington around 5:30 Monday. About 10 minutes later, her 67-year-old mother is wheeled out by EMS, escorted by police.
It was horrific. It took my breath away when I saw what her mother looked like.
The Archdiocese of Philadelphia confirms the victim works as a teacher's aide at Visitation BVM Catholic School nearby on Lehigh Avenue. The investigation began when colleagues reported to police they'd not heard from her in almost a week. Many of those colleagues were there as Cocat was arrested and her mother rescued. You can see some are visibly distraught as she's wheeled away.
It was devastating. She was really bruised up. She had like a cut on her head.
Samantha Shorter owns Drunken Jerk Chicken across the street. She says Cocat had been a customer in the past.
I just felt like she needed some help because she was mentally unstable.
Another neighbor who did not want to be identified says there were frequent disturbances at the home.
I was so concerned about the interactions and what sounded like physical altercations at times. I figured something, like I said, sinister was probably going on and might come to light at some point.
Police have not released more specific details about exactly what happened inside this house, but Cocat has been charged with assault and reckless endangerment. And the Archdiocese of Philadelphia and the school did decline to comment on this story today. Parents there in the neighborhood told me that the first day of school at Visitation BVM is tomorrow. Live here outside police headquarters, Leland Pinder, Channel 6, Action News.
Okay, that's the story of this lady, Rebecca Cocat. Now, looking at that picture, 36 years old, she looked like that. I'm more than sure she's taking more than prescribed medication, if you know what I'm saying. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I lived in Kensington. Kensington is a rough spot. And, you know, the way you see it on TV and a lot of these YouTube videos that show people leaning and look like they in suspended animation and look like zombies, it's been like that for a while. You know, I lived over there between late 2003 to early 2004, and then, you know, I dated a chicken, so I was going over there back and forth for a year and a half, and I seen the slow progression of bad to worse. But this chick here, man, that's something crazy. Now, I'm going to tell you something. This woman's 67 years old. I don't know this woman's condition. But a lot of times when you have mentally ill kids, you'll have situations where parents still try to take care of them, or parents will have them live with them because they ain't got no damn where else to go. And a lot of times you living with a person with mental illness that is violent in nature is a living nightmare. And she soon found out. I'm more than sure this ain't the first time this girl put hands and feet on her own damn mom. But then again, you take that, and then with the way she look, I'm being honest, she look like she on some type of drugs. And I wouldn't be surprised if this company, I mean, stories like this, they come and go. You don't really hear nothing else about it. But I'm more than sure it's probably because she was either told no, or it was something with money. Hey, mom, I need money. Either way, man, it's fucked up. You beat this woman up badly, so bad she couldn't go to work. Then for a week, she's subjugated to assaults in the house by you. Then they bring these motherfuckers out in public. They always do the same shit. They crying, they shaking their head no, and fuck all that. See, a person can be crazy as they want to be. And trust me, I've been around crazy people that snap for no damn reason. See things that ain't there. Talk to you nice 1 second, then after that, they start snapping on you and stuff like that. I mean, it's scary. But what's even scarier is having it in your house and thinking you can figure out that, you know, eventually it won't happen to you, or, you know, you can control this person when they can't control themselves. It's a damn shame this woman got her ass beat. You know what I'm saying? And depending on the situation, you know, would jail be the right thing to do with this chick? Because I'm going to tell you something, man. And like, you know, I really don't, I make my, you know, I do my videos and I'm always like showing them the flowers and stuff like that. Depending on the severity or the reasoning for this, you know what I mean? She might be a candidate for that. But I know damn well you having a mental fit or whatever it was you was having, you had it for a fucking week. That right there, you ain't snapped out of that? That sounds crazy right there. It's a lot behind this story, but I mean, that type of shit there shouldn't be tolerated. But that brings you to the next question. What do you do with people that are mentally ill and are too much for the people that are trying to care for them? Because they didn't close down all these different asylums and stuff, and it seems like people are more crazier than ever. You know what I'm saying? Most of the people out there that are homeless across the country have some type of mental illness that's debilitating. But I mean, nobody takes that into account. Maybe if there was a place to take this person, you know, and taxpayer dollars was spent on that type of stuff to keep the rest of humanity and society safe out here, maybe this wouldn't have happened. But either way, man, I mean, us with common sense know you don't do nothing to your parents. Hell, at that age, you don't live with your parents unless they need you to live there because they're old and can't take care of themselves. But damn, you know what I'm saying? Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I looked up articles on this to see if I could find anything else about them, guys. But so far, most of them are verbatim of what the news video said. So basically, it's not a lot of information out there what caused this, but she looked like she on drugs to me. How about you? Leave a comment. See you in the next video. Take care.